What's this? A visitor to my glorious hovel? However did such a boon come my way? Oh wait, I brought you here. Get up. We have a lot to discuss, and my patience is a finite resource, as you'll soon find out. Up. You didn't break anything. Let's go. Walk and talk. Actually, scratch that. Walk and shut up. I'll be doing the talking. So, first and foremost, welcome to hell. Not biblical hell, mind you. Just my personal one, apparently. The details of it don't concern you for the moment, but suffice it to say, you're here because I need you to be. No and no. I'm not a dreamwalker, and rest assured, what's happening here is very much real, even if this place isn't. Well, I never said I expected you to understand. I expected you to listen. My name is Avior. I'm an inchoate demon. Inchoate. Inchoate. Brush up on your vocabulary. Or your demonic classifications, whichever you prefer. It means I'm the demonic equivalent to one of you humans being a freelancer. I'm fueled by any kind of energy from your kind. I'm not specialized. And that also has nothing to do with our current situation. So let's get back on track, shall we? Up till now, your understanding of what this place is has consisted of the contents of this miraculous hallway you see around you. Let's change that. Lovely view, isn't it? The smoke burning your lungs, screams of the suffering souls. If you peek out over the edge of that cliff, you'll get a wonderful view down toward the bottom of this pit. Just make sure you don't slip. Pain is very real here, I assure you. Had your fill for the moment? Good. Then let's get back inside. Now that you have a little more perspective, to put it simply, you, my friend, are in a trap. One woven together by an eager but misguided member of some kind of vigilante group amongst you empowered humans. I really don't know their motives for sure, and I also don't really care. What matters to me is that I'm trapped here. I'm cut off from my ability to rift, and I want out. I take it you didn't study demons much in school. Figures. We're going to keep this brief. Demons feed on the feelings given out by you humans, empowered and unempowered alike. Some of us are specialized, like incubi or sadism demons. Others are inchoates, like me. I found a man with some particularly strong feelings, a perfect source of energy for me. So I started feeding on them. He figured out what I was doing, took offense to it, and tried to stop me. Rather than start some kind of a fight, I tried to rift away, back to the demonic plane. Our powers combined in some kind of perfect storm, apparently, and it destabilized my rift. I don't know what happened to him, but I ended up here. And if his feelings from before were any indication, this hellish landscape is his influence. Apparently the man was feeling fairly creative. That little horror show you stepped out into is one of the 9 circles in this little illusion hell. It seems he was a fan of Dante's work. If I had to guess, he also saw some poetic justice in turning what he considered my home against me. Of course not. Demons are no more hellborn than you are angelic. If there really is a hell, it has nothing to do with my race. I've never been to it, and I somehow doubt it looks like this. Humans choose to call us demons because your kind didn't understand ours. And apparently, the fact that we come from a different plane got corrupted into some perverse idea that we're the inhabitants of some self-righteous interpretation of a judgment-based afterlife. I also recognize that those archaic beliefs are primarily held by your unempowered brethren, not magic-bearing people such as yourself. So excuse my vitriol, it's not really aimed at you. I'm just a little testy after being trapped here for who knows how long thanks to the religious fanaticism of an uninformed peon. But I digress. I'm afraid you'll find I don't have many answers, my inquisitive little friend. In fact, that's where you come in. Despite now having to call this Dante's Inferno look-alike home, I do have some limited view into what's happening in both the human and demonic realms on either side of where my rift was supposed to begin and end. You walk past this spot a lot. I've gotten quite the read on you. I know you're a powerful magic wielder, one with a particularly organic relationship with their powers. Your aura is different. Your connection to magic is different. And I think that difference might be exactly what I need. You know what the meridian is. It's a line in the sand, the wall between the human realm and the magical plane. When empowered humans use their powers, they punch a hole in that wall and reach across the other side, and they take what they need. Demons don't work that way. We're beings of magic. Our power comes from within us, not from some thread tying us to a different place. But in this case, I think that actually robs me of some necessary perspective. Rifts carry us from your world to ours and back again. They're openings that we make in the meridian that then immediately stitch themselves shut. But something went wrong with my rift. It sealed with me still in it. Best as I can tell, this place is some kind of a bubble in the weft of the meridian. Its hellish design is the mind's way of interpreting that incomprehensible otherness that is the meridian. My powers gave this space shape. That man's fanaticism gave it form. In that sense, maybe it's still tied to him as well. I don't know. I've never seen him here. All I do know is that this cheap Hollywood version of hell is infuriating, and I have limited means to change it, and even less of an ability to tear it apart. Something about this place is interfering with my ability to generate a rift. So I'm trapped. But that's where you come in. My powers have slowly recovered enough that I was able to pull someone into this trap with me. I wasn't sure if I could manage it, and having done it, I can now say that it took so much out of me, I doubt I could ever do it again. I don't know what it is about this place that acts like some kind of vacuum, but whatever it is, while I couldn't even come close to pushing myself out of this space, I was able to drag you into it. So now, you're going to help me get both of us out of here. Unless, of course, you'd prefer to live in this netherworld book club fantasy nightmare for the rest of eternity. You have a connection to both sides of this. You're from the human plane, but your threads stretch across into the magical one. And when you use your powers, it's less like punching a hole and more like slipping through the gaps in the meridian's weave, pushing the knit apart just enough, then letting it ease back into place. Once you're done, there's nuance in your connection to magic. And I think that nuance will be the thing that finally shreds this place apart and lets us return to reality. Do you trust me? Good. You shouldn't. But I think we can assume that you want to get home. Working with me is the only way you're going to do that. You're stuck here, whether you like it or not. Oh, you're very welcome for that. Good question. I am very powerful, but a sledgehammer won't get you into a safe. A combination will. Sometimes raw power isn't enough to solve a problem. So here you are. I'm so glad you could join me. I truly hope you enjoy your stay. Now let's go. We've got a lot more to talk about.